Hi, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel. For 2024, I am going to do an A to Z challenge. So I went through my physical TBR and pulled books that correspond to the letters of the alphabet. First up for my A, this is actually part of the Octavia E. Butler series. So Adulthood Rights isn't the first book, but because it begins with my A, it is the first on the list. I will be reading the books in the series in order. I've received some books from publishers in 2023, so I'm excited to go through those books that I've received. First up is going to be Brown Boy. I have a number of books that have been on my physical TBR for years. And so I pulled City of Saints and Thieves. We are going to read it in 2024. Also part of that Octavia E. Butler series. E is for Everyday Magic. Friday Black. And you'll see that I have a mix of books in my TBR. So speaking of that, I'm going to be reading both fiction and nonfiction. And so I have Good to Great, How to Save Babylon, third book in that series. Now, interesting thing enough, I have over 140 books in my physical TBR, but none of the books begin with the letter J. So I had to improvise and pulled out Black Joy, Camila Knows Best. Again, another book that's been on my TBR for years. I've got Mexican Gothic, New York, My Village, Open Water, Passing, Queenie. I had to pull a romance, and this is going to be so perfect for December. I will read Royal Holiday, Salvage the Bones, Tell Me Lies, another one. I can't tell you how many years this has been on my TBR. I told you I've got a mix. I've even got a Christian book here, Uninvited, Classic. I've pulled some classics off my TBR, so I'm going to be very well-rounded with my mix of books this year. A book that I received from the publisher, Walk Through Fire. I mentioned there were 2 letters in my TBR that I didn't have, and so I pulled Malcolm X for my X. You Are a Badass. And finally, I did have a book with a title that begins with Z, and that is Zora Books, Her Happy Ever After. So I hope that you will join me as I read through these books in 2024. If you want to, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see how my reading looks in 2024.